people, and welcome to yet another edition of Marvelous Monstrosities and Devilish Designs. This time around, we're checking out something called the Anomaly, whatever that means. It's a replacement for the Fiend Demon, and it's basically an entirely new model, not just a skin. It's an entire replacement for the bottle, the head, and it changes the sounds as well. Needless to say, it's a lot more substance than the last one. Really, I still don't like this. Mainly because of the fact of the matter that if you die, it's still going to say a demon probably, right? It's still not changing the Quake code now, is it? Not sure. But I guess we'll see, won't we? Anyway, this is the MDL files, all that. It tells you how to install it. I already installed it. I got everything set up so we could just load it up. I have yet to actually see what it looks like, so this should be rather interesting. Yeah, he basically made this thing. This dude, Bloodwind KFC. He made it to be distributed, so do it. For God's sake, just say who made it. Me. It wouldn't do much good to have me find someone else taking credit, so don't. So yeah, it says it's made by Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's who made it. Yep, the Kentucky Fried Chicken went out and made this. Okay, so let's see here. Will this thing work? Let's find out. Let's go check out, like... Let's load up, like, E1M 2, because that is a grandiose thing. Let's set skills on 3 already. We have Duke Nukems everywhere. And we'll have the Anomaly at a certain point in the future. Which means convenient for us. Because that means a great, grandiose entrance. For just the Fiend. So we gotta work our way there. But of course, that's all part of the fun now, isn't it? Well, I'd hope so. Either that, or we really messed up on the idea of fun. Well. Time to kick butt and chew bubblegum. There's Duke Nukem everywhere, and I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't remove it from the last video. I tell you, eventually I'm gonna have a really messed up modded game, because I'm like... Why get rid of them? As long as they don't, like, overwrite other things for him. But, like, I'm not sure how I should, like, treat total conversions. Like, the last one was just a reskin, but this is starting to become more. This is becoming, like, a different sound effects. This is also a different model entirely. That kind of changes things. I'm not really sure if we should consider that just a model, or if that's its own separate entity, regardless of lack of Quake code. I mean, the appearance will be totally different. I'm totally debating this, people. This is quite the mystery. So, yeah, now I just basically have to survive this whole thing. Today isn't my day, people. For some reason I keep getting pot-shotted by grunts. Oh god! Okay, let's get some armor so we can actually start fixing up this whole situation. You see, we're working our way back up quickly. That's the nice thing about Quake. You get into a bad situation, just keep going. You might be able to restore yourself if you're good. Or you might die a horrible, violent death. Tried stunning them both. That didn't really work out well, but... Come on, die already. Oh wow, a nice gib. It just jibbed a scrag. That's definitely a rare thing to see. Not every day you jib a scrag, people. You know, I rarely see that, so that was awesome. It's a knight! And so as you see, we're going around, we're massacring everything because I'm insane. Pretty pointless way of doing it, but makes it more grandiose, doesn't it? It keeps the suspense that much longer. And it also makes a nice way when you actually see the Fiend because, you know, big grandiose area. Let's get the quad damage so I can decimate everything in the next area before the Fiend shows up. Alright, time to kick butt and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of gum. Okay. There's that. Now, of course, it's pretty dangerous to face a Fiend with just a shotgun, but that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to face off against this Anomaly dude. Hello, Mr. Anomaly! I wish to kill you! What do you look like? What God's name is that thing?! What God's name is that thing?! Oh God! I don't like it! I don't like it! For the love of God, I don't like it! What God's name?! So you see, it still says faint, but what God's name is that?! That's insane! I don't know what that is. That's evil. I'm not sure if I like that or not. It's freaking evil. Like they come at you so fast and like evil like. I mean, they still behave like fiends entirely. But my God, are they weird looking? What God's name is this? This is so alien! Insane! This is what we get for a second bite! Oh my God! My God! Should I be concerned? Oh God! Oh God, he's on me! Kill him fire! Kill him fire! Quick, that way! That way is the way to safety! It leads to stuff that won't try to kill me finally! It's like a weird snowball thing with flippers and an eyeball. What God's name? What God's name is that thing? What God's name are you? What the heck? What is this thing? Oh God, I don't even know. I don't even know. This is really weird. And this is getting really, by the moment, more like a horror movie. This is getting really weird. Yeah, this feels so Lovecraftian and horrifying. This feels so appropriate for Quake in a wrong way. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't. Okay. So, yeah, now the question of the day. Do I treat these as new enemies? Or do I treat these as mods? I mean, they have a totally different model. You can tell that. They have different sounds. The only thing missing is the text. You know, that and the fact that they behave exactly like a fiend. You can tell they're a fiend. That's, you know, and they replace an enemy. I don't know if they always do that. I don't think they do, right? Is things replaced by other things? I don't think in commercial add-ons they did that. Like, even the other add-ons and whatnot, not even like the official ones. I'm talking like the other commercial add-ons. I guess this is part of the sad part. I don't know. I don't know exactly how far we kind of get with Quake. Is this like the farthest we kind of see for most of it? Like, I know there are some exceptions, but like, where do you fall? What are you? Where do you fall? What should I consider you? Like I said, this is like a near total conversion. Yo, I mean, the only thing missing is the Quake code and the name. But the appearance is different. The sound is different. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of need your advice on this one, people. Well, by that I mean people who work at GLQuake, which probably means Vorknits, and I'm probably gonna have to ask on the Wiki. Because you're probably not gonna sit here and watch the entire thing. But, yeah, I don't know about this. I really don't know. I mean, what even is this? I mean, this would be a weird enemy to include in Quake, but I totally include it. I'd say it's a new enemy. It just behaves exactly like a fiend. And, you know, if you die, you'll say you died to a fiend. And that's kind of the part that bugs me, is really, if you die due to a fiend, and it's replacing a fiend. Though I guess, like, what would you consider, like, a total conversion? Like, I've heard of Shrek and stuff like that, and I assume I would treat everything as, like, a separate entity there. I wouldn't consider it, like, a modification. So, it can't be... It can't be just the lack of things being replaced. You know, things being replaced alone isn't enough to, like, prevent you from documenting it and seeing it as something else. But on the other hand, I mean, like, they have new sounds, they have a new appearance. You know, unlike, like, Duke Nukem was just a reskinned grunt. He looked the shape of a grunt. He had the appearance of a grunt. He was still a grunt in all terms and purposes. These guys look different. You can tell they are different. You know, they don't look like a fiend. And that is kind of a big world of difference. They totally sound different. The fact that they have custom sounds really complicates the matter as well. You know, because Duke Nukem didn't have any custom sounds, interestingly enough. You know, when you think Duke Nukem would be shouting custom one-liners, since, you know, that should be easy enough to rip, surprisingly, he wasn't saying anything. Well, here we get custom sound files, so, yeah, what exactly do we do with this? You know, like I said, the fact that it says I'm killed by a fiend, and not like I was anomalized by the anomaly or something, I don't even know. But the fact that there's no custom death message makes me question. Should we treat this as a separate thing or not? You know, the lack of Quake code, that's another thing still missing. So it's very confusing to me. Because it feels like that weird thing that's somewhat there, but not fully there. And so it's like, where exactly on the spectrum does this fall? That's sort of like weird gray area, really. That's exactly what this is. This is the weird gray area. And it's literally the weird gray area because it's one of the weirdest Quake mods you could ever imagine. Because what in God's name are these things? But on the other hand, I don't know what to do with them. I don't know where exactly to put them because I can say they're custom model files and like try and include some stuff with it, but they're kind of different from like a fiend in the fact that they have a name, they have an identity. I just don't know. I'm kind of confused with this one. I've kind of, you know, known all this time what to kind of do with different things. So here, this is just a really weird specific scenario. You know, this is really like a weird anomaly. Like I said, if it was fully modified, that makes sense. If it had like a custom death message. But this kind of begs the question. Is there custom death messages in like other custom packs? I need to kind of figure that one out, people. You know, I think that will define a lot of this, is I need to figure out what exactly is relative to this. If this is like the pinnacle of design here, we have to kind of treat this as kind of the furthest point. But if it kind of does like this for a little bit and does little reskins, but then starts doing custom death messages and all that, then, you know, it would be kind of folly to include this because, you know, it'd still be treated as like a fiend. So it's kind of, I need to understand the extent of these mods and know exactly how far they're willing to go. So, yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point, people. I'm gonna just leave this one hanging, I guess. And, well, I shall try to figure out and then document it on the wiki. So with that in mind, people, that in mind, thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all next time.